Today I want to talk about my best and worst travel experience in Europe. Living in Europe means you have the access to travel to another country by car, by train, or even by aeroplane. I'm going to start with the first travel of the year, that I made. My first travel from Deutschland to a different country, that was in 2017, no, 2016 during summer. We traveled to London. Anyway, everywhere we go, we pick up some souvenirs. So we pick up the London bus. London, we traveled there by car, which means we travel up to Calais. Calais is in French, and then we took a ferry to London. Actually, our first destination was not London; it was Bristol, because we were invited by a friend's friend. They were having party, and there was also a festival, so we joined that, and then we make it a holiday there. It was really fun. We arrived then in Bristol. That was June. It was peak summer. They had a festival, Harbour Festival. It was really fun. We went to a bar. It was a lot of people, full of people. We went to the streets of, which is full of different bars. We went to one of the bars is belonged to a German, and then we came there, and then the first thing we saw people coming to us and talking to us, and I was so surprised. I'm like, what? These people don't know us, but they're coming to us. Like, where are you guys coming from? Where are you guys from? And so all those things. And I was like, because living in Deutschland means you don't get that so often. I was really impressed. I was like, wow. And we started talking to them. We made a conversation. We even ended up to to the club with these people. These are strangers, but their kindness really impressed me. I was like, wow, what? Did I really expect this? Because I was thinking every country in Europe is like Deutschland, because here, getting a stranger coming to you and talking to you at the bar is not so often. Maybe it happens here and there, but just those small 2 or 3 words and then they're gone. It's not like you have been in a conversation, you end up sitting or standing at one bar and talking and all those things. It doesn't happen more often. So that's one of the things that impressed me. When we're in Bristol, we stayed there for almost one week of, I think it was 6 days. We enjoyed, and the weather was beautiful, the food, and also I had the chance to eat Nando's. After a long time of not eating Nando's, I was eating Nando's, even though it was so expensive. Nando's is very expensive in London. I was like, oh, I ended up spending £50. That was a lot of money. It's not really that much that I ordered. I was like, oh. But anyway, I enjoyed my stay there, and after that, our friends decided that they are driving to Scotland, and we said, no, we're going now to London. We drove to London. We spent in London, I think, like 2 or 3 days. London was also nice because we arrived at our accommodation. Before we arrived at our accommodation, we were driving. We stopped at the traffic light because we drove with our car from Deutschland. Traffic the traffic light, and then the guys park their cars next to us. I was asking, where are you guys from? Because the windows were open. It was like, we're from Deutschland. And they was like, oh, no wonder your steering wheel is on the other side. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, we got it. And they was like, oh, nice, welcome and enjoy yourself. We're like, thank you very much. I was still impressed with this kind gesture from them. And I was like, oh my God, why don't I live here in this country? Anyway, we arrived at our accommodation, we prepared something, we ate, and then we decided to get to the next bar. The bar, it was also in the same street where accommodation was. It's actually called pub. I think most of the bars there are called pub. We were there and it was almost late. I think it was 1 hour before they closed. There was only not so many customers there. And the guy was sitting there, started talking to us. He was drinking his beer, and then he started talking to us, and I told him, no, we're not from here. And I was like, he was really interested to know where we are from and tried to be in conversation with us. I was still impressed, and I was like, London, you took my heart. I love this kind of kindness and this kind of social life. People don't care where you are, who you are, and all those things. Just talking to you. We really enjoyed it. The next day we will do it. Typical London tour bus, but it was very, very hot. We stuck in the traffic and we ended up jumping out of the bus and then took the underground train. That was much better because it was extremely stuck in the traffic for almost 1 hour. The bus just standing there. All the people jump out and then we started using the underground train, which was really better and easier way to travel when it's so hot. And after that we traveled to our next destination was Amsterdam. Yay! We also got a souvenir in Amsterdam, so we arrived there and then we were not really in the city center. We booked our accommodation a bit far from the city center. I think that was 20 kilometer or 20-minute drive from the city center. And the next day we decided, oh, we're gonna go in the city center, but we want to go at a park and ride where we can park our car and then just buy the tram ticket and then we can use the trams. And then we did that. We went in the city center just do the typical tourist things, and later on we decided, no, let's just get something to drink and something to cool off. We went in a restaurant, we ordered water and glasses of wine, and we're sitting there. While we're sitting there, we just got a call. That's what my husband got a call, and it was like, and the person was speaking English. I was speaking English to him. I was like, oh, okay, who's speaking? Because I was expecting that someone's gonna be speaking Dutch or something like that. And then I was like, yeah, are you say? And then he mentioned the name. He said, yes, it's me. And he said, please, can you come to the parking lot where you park your car? I was like, why? He said, I'm the officer. What he called? He mentioned his name, and it was like, yeah, your car has been broken into. I was like, what? We just ordered a drink. We were about to order the food, then we just paid for the drink. We decided to cut this dining, and we jumped in the tram straight to the parking lot. We arrived there. The officer was standing. The police officer was standing there. I think there were 3 of them, and they told us, yeah, your car has been broken into, and just check what is in, what was stolen, and yeah, the how do you call the window? The windows which was broken was the one on side where the passenger seat where I was sitting, and then we realized our TomTom navigation was stolen, and also my sunglasses. Those were the only thing which was stolen. Maybe the reason why they stole the TomTom navigation was because it was attached on the screen, and it's easy to see it for someone passing by. And then they say, yeah, because this place where you park is not really safe, it's very dangerous, and mostly foreigners are living here. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, this place is not easy just to park at the parking lot. It's better next time when you come, you park in a parking garage because it's safer. And I was like, oh, okay. When they mentioned that it's foreign, I was like, okay, are we really that bad? Anyway, and then they say, yeah, now you can go and to the police station. They give us the paper to the police station and register the damage and all those things, and then you can take the next step. Not only was our car was broken into, our car was anyway small car. It was not really a big problem. And the car in front of our car was I think it was a Mercedes-Benz. It was also broken, and I can imagine how much that person paid for that, because that really was too much, and the car is worth a lot of money. And then we went to the police station, we registered everything, and then we went home. The next day, it was even a Saturday, the police advised us, yeah, you can go to the car glass, and then you can try to repair the glass. And the car glass, we went there the next day. The car glass said, yeah, what we can do for you is just to fix it, not permanent but a temporary, for you to drive when you go in Deutschland, so that you can take it to the car glass with the insurance after you have contacted the insurance. And I was like, it's so good. And then they did, as it was really fixed, they fixed it so tight that no, you cannot even open it, but at least that the wind cannot come in. And I was so impressed that they did that without any charges. It was free of charge. I was so impressed. And then the next day we drove back home and then registered with the insurance, and then they paid. I was really disappointed that the car was stolen. But anyway, for me, still Netherlands is still my best city, or Amsterdam is also the best city. I've not only been there one time we've been there like several times, and it's still the city that I will go to. I was not really disappointed. I was not really concluding that because their car was being broken to that will never come to the city, that things happen, and I was so disappointed that they say it is because of certain people are living in this part of the city. That's why it is. Maybe according to the experience, to their experience, it's because of those people who are living in that city area. That's why crime is happening. But yeah, anyway, that must not disturb you from visiting the next city. And in this next city, it is Lisbon or Lisboa. It's Lisbon. We were there in 2017. It was in April. We went in Lisbon, and we booked our accommodation in a small town called Sesimbra. It's not in the city center. It's also a bit far. I think it was, how many kilometers? 30 minutes drive to Sesimbra. Every day we were just driving to the cities, and then so and we also spent some time in the city. It was so beautiful. One thing I love about the people doesn't really speak English, but they tried. In the restaurant you can find some who speaks Dutch, and I was like impressed. One thing that caught my mind, and one thing that I love most about it, is their freshly pressed orange juice. You can drink it every day, and I was enjoying that mostly. Summer, that was April. It's just, oh, it's spring. It's not really that. Here was a bit cold. There it was really warm. You can walk every day in a tank top. But when we left Deutschland, we're still wearing our jumpers and jackets and so on. But there it was really warm every day. It was really nice tank top, t-shirt kind of weather. And one thing I love most was that you can go to the supermarket like Aldi and find a lot of variety of food, seafood, and that doesn't happen here. And the seafood is so cheap. Even in the restaurant, they can even bring a lot of variety of raw or fish, which was caught fish of the day, and then you choose which one they want to prepare for you. That was one of the things. I was like, we ate fish every day because we don't get it also often in Deutschland. And I was like, I'm gonna eat it. It's like, ever since I was like, Portugal, and the weather there is not really that hot. It doesn't really get that cold like here. I don't even think they do experience snow like we do here, that we are sometimes in 12, -12 and so on. For them, I think it's because I haven't seen their houses having this central heating system. Maybe that's why. And then we stay there, and it's not only that time, not only 2017 we've been there, we also went there, when was that? 2022, that time, and this time in 2022 we were in Porto. Porto, it was the most beautiful experience with our little one. She enjoyed it. Every time we talk about going to Portugal, Porto comes in mind because we're staying in cities, and in the central it's just our accommodation just upstairs, and we walk every day visiting, and these bars and restaurant at the riverside we enjoyed. And also we went to the beach, and although that was in October, also October here, it's a bit cold. There it was warm. We can walk without jacket or without pullovers and so on. We enjoyed it, and that was also one of our best destinations. So Portugal for me, not even a single bad experience that we had experienced. Everything was smooth, and love every part of it, and the people were so friendly. We went to this one of these local, it's called local restaurant. They made traditional food. We went and ate there, and then we came back. We walked going to our accommodation, then we stopped at one of the cafe just to have something to drink, and then we stopped there. And then the guy came and because we're sitting outside, then he passing by us, he was saying, "Hey, you guys are here." He speaks English, and I was like, "What's that one?" And I look at him like with the eyes like, puzzle eyes, wondering who are you and something like that. And then he said, yeah, you guys were at our restaurant downstairs, we're eating. And I was like, ah, okay, yeah, we're just taking a break. And then he proceeded. I was like, people are also friendly here. Those who speak the language, they are really friendly. Maybe because the others, they don't speak the language, that's why they are really not, yeah, they're really not communicative. But anyway, I love Portugal. Anytime I can go there. That was also one of the plans to go there this year, but we didn't make it. But anyway, still have time to travel. That is my experience in different countries in Europe. That's not only the country that I visited. I'll talk more about it. If you are interested, let me know in the comment section that I can talk about the other countries that we experienced, the best and the worst. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I do post every week a new video, and to everybody that have subscribed, thank you very, very much. And don't forget to share my video, comment, refer the channel. I will do really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye, Zeni. Goodbye. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen.